Hi everyone. Well, some people out there think I'm anti-Disney and I hate Disney. And that's not the truth. The truth is I'm disillusioned by Disney. But they have a chance this week to change my mind. So, yeah. I grew up with Walt Disney. I grew up watching Walt Disney on The Wonderful World of Disney. They came on every Sunday. And so I always dreamed of going to Disneyland and going to Walt Disney World as a kid. This was something I always wanted to do. It was beyond imagination. It was the happiest place on earth. It was where you wanted to go. And when you went, the experience was like that, right? It felt magical. And that's what I remember. Unfortunately, I remember those things. And over the years, as much as I try and say that, things are still magical, and because the employees who work there are magical. They do everything they can to make your experience the best it can possibly be. The problem is it's not like run by Walt anymore. It's not even run. At the head, it's not a person you warm up to. When you saw Walt Disney introducing things and showing you go, oh, that's Walt Disney. Ah, what a great man. Oh, I like, as a kid, remember, you're a kid. Forget about any of the political stuff that's ever there. Just as a kid, this nice man taught with Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck and all the cartoons and the stories. And now we have Bob Chapek, who doesn't show up in appearances, doesn't go to places, is nothing but a penny counter, has been getting rid of people in positions, for instance, in the movie industry. He's been getting rid of people who are idea people and in movie people and replacing them with computer people and accountant people. So, in other words, forget about making the shows on Disney Plus really, really good. We want to make them really, really profitable. We don't care how bad they are or what the stories are, as long as they can make us money. That's the mentality right now, and it's hard to get away from that. And in the parks, you saw it, especially remember when the pandemic hit, and they ended up laying off like 15,000 workers and firing a lot of their entertainment staff and shutting them down, like the singers and dancers, the barber quartet, things like that, all just gone. And then the people at the top, they said, you know what, we feel that pain, we're going to suspend our salaries too. And that lasted about 35 days. Then they put their salaries back up. Oh, and by the way, they voted themselves a raise and gave themselves a big multi-million-dollar bonus. But hey, don't worry about those 15,000 people they laid off. They don't care. They didn't care. And that's a problem now to me. It's the lack of ethics. Disney is all about showing how much they're diverse now and how much they're, multicultural and everything. Great, love that. But how about actually caring instead of virtue signaling? How about actually making differences instead of just saying you're making differences? Right? Right? And now we have an opportunity for Disney. After all their cutbacks and their adding more things to money and making it cost way more to go to the parks. I remember when the cruise line used to be way more expensive than going to a park. Way more expensive. and now it's not. It's caught up. Parks are now just as expensive as going on a Disney cruise, and that should never have happened. Because there was only 4 ships. Now there's 5, but there was only 4 ships. So they were selling out all the time. So they could raise the prices on ships all they want because they were always selling out. But now the parks have caught up. Supply and demand. Supply and demand. Okay, well, great. You have your supply. I would like to go, but because of what you're doing, and you're basically saying to middle income and lower income families, don't bother coming. You make the park too crowded, you can go away. We want the upper class and the people who make a lot more money because they're going to spend more money in our park and that. And that's definitely not what Walt Disney's true feelings were. You remember Walt Disney came out and Walt Disney said he wanted to make a place when he was making Disneyland that every family could afford to go to. Every family. Not just the super rich, not just the rich, not just the well-off, every family. Now, I'm not saying that they could go every year. But some of the price ranges now, if you're going to go and you're going to fly and you're going to bring a family of 4 and you're going to play for Disney Genie and you're going to stay at a Disney hotel, you might have to say 3, 4, 5 years to be able to go now. And if they keep raising prices, that'll go to 9, 10 years. That's definitely not Walt's vision, but it is definitely Bob Chapek's vision. He doesn't care if a middle-income family can't go to Disney World because an upper-class family can. At least that's the impression. Because everything out of his mouth so far has been how to make more money, not to enhance an experience. Disney Genie did not enhance anybody's experience in the parks. In fact, it made it worse because half the time the app doesn't work. It's supposed to guide you around the park. It's supposed to show you the faster way to do things. And people have done videos and actually tested it, and it actually slows you down using the Genie. But they make you pay for that Genie so you can have Fast Pass. That's what they did. It wasn't to enhance your experience, it was just to make more money and get rid of something that was free and charge you for it. Because now every single person who goes into the park, if you want to skip the lines, you gotta buy that Genie. For every single person in the line. Doesn't matter if you're 2-year-olds or 80 years old. That's what he did. That's the experience everyone's getting now. Money grub, money grub, money grub. Well, this weekend, D23 Stars. That's Disney's big event where they announce all their shows, all their movies, and for us, all the parks and the cruise lines. What is coming up and what their big plans are for the parks. Now we know Universal is building a brand new park, Epic Park. What? And by the way, the last thing they did, they built Volcano Bay. Besides that, already, it's up and running. What has Disney done? Disney's done Star Wars Land. They've done Avatar Land. They've added lands. But they haven't built whole new parks. Maybe Disney, this is your opportunity to say we're going to do something for everybody and build another park. Because then the crowds will disperse a little bit better and you don't have to raise the price every day to make more money. You'll have another park to make more money. However, I don't think that's what we're going to hear. I think we're going to see other announcements of special parties that you can pay for. Special events that you can pay for. If you know what I mean. It's going to be, we're going to do this. Oh, you're going to be able to do this adventure thing on an app, but it's only going to cost you $9.99 every day when you go to the park. Or we're going to bring out new popcorn, Donald Duck popcorn and a Mickey Mouse popcorn tub, and we're going to sell it for $39.95 because we make a ton of money on that because there's lineups every day for that. It's going to be money. I want to hear them tell me why we should still be loyal to Disney. Because in my heart, I'm still loyal to Walt Disney and Roy Disney. And I want to believe it can get there again. I really, really do. I want to believe in my lifetime that the people going into the parks aren't just numbers and dollar bill signs over their heads. That they care about their customers and they care about the experience and they want everybody to have a magical time. And not just the people who can afford it. Because Walt Disney right now is hanging his head in shame.